That's my one criticism of the book, was just it was way too long. Good content, way too long. Hello guys, and welcome to another, well, I guess the second installment of Fab Five Friday. So first of all, let me apologize if you guys hear my husband's voice at some point while I'm here with you guys. As you all know, most of the world is shut down, so he is working from home, which means he's on calls like all day long, so I can't find time. Every time that I try to find enough time to film, it's just not enough between his calls. So I said, you know what, forget it. We're just gonna film while you're on a call, and it is what it is. So you might hear him. Hopefully you don't. But without further ado, hopefully you guys have been enjoying this new series that I'm doing. If you're new here, my name is Wemi. This is Moments of Love. Fab Five Friday is a chance for me to share with you guys 5 things that I or my family and I have been eating, watching, listening to, reading, and shopping for kind of the week. So that's the goal. So let's get right into it. If you guys don't mind, I have my little Starbucks water cup right there. I just always have water around me, so it's sitting right there. But beginning, I guess we can start off with what we are currently eating. Right now, same thing still holds true as last week. A lot of cooking is happening in this house. I just can't get past it. But we were lucky enough to get some chicken from the grocery store. For some reason, chicken has been one of the things that's been hard to get. We got some chicken. So this girl has been cooking some chicken. I have missed having chicken. We usually have a ton of it in the freezer. But because we didn't, like, it was scarce, I was like, I don't want to just cook chicken. So I kind of waited till we could get some more before I could cook what we already had. So thankfully we're able to re-up on our stock. So I made stew chicken. I'm going to be making curry chicken tomorrow. I have a lot of chicken, and it's when I say curry chicken, I mean like Jamaican curry chicken. So the good stuff. I am super excited. So that's the number one thing we've been eating in our house recently, has been some good old chicken. And to make it even better, not even better, but I guess better or worse, depending on how you look at it, chicken thighs. I haven't had chicken thighs since, I'm trying to think, probably like around when I got pregnant with Elia was probably the last time I had thighs. So that's probably about like 5 years ago that we haven't cooked thighs in our house. We've been cooking breasts non-stop. And I decided for the stew chicken this time, I was like, you know what? Let's be wild and have some thighs, okay? Let's do it. The reason why I stopped cooking chicken thighs is because I can't stand the fattiness in it. Though that's what gives it the juicy. Like, I just don't like fat on my meat. That's why I like breasts, because they're nice and lean. So I don't like the fattiness. So I made these. I've been making chicken thighs. I've been having Dave kind of cut off as much fat as he can. Which thighs, you can't really get rid of all of it, but as much as he could cut out, I had him cut it out. But we've still been loving it, and that's what we've been making. If you guys want some great recipes of what to cook your chicken thighs with or whatever, let me know. I can leave some great recipes in the comment section below. Thank me later. Chicken stew was a hit last night. My mom came and joined us for dinner. She lives with us, so it's not like she's not out of our house. She just lives in the basement. So she came upstairs and had some chicken stew with us. It was fabulous. Or some stewed chicken, not chicken stew. You'll get what I mean. So that's what we've been eating. Lots of chicken thighs. Next, what we've been shopping. So I bit the bullet and I have shopped. I said I wasn't going to, because I was like, I shouldn't be shopping. Now is not the time to be shopping, y'all. The economy is about to slash. It's currently taking a huge tank. It's not the time to just be shopping all willy-nilly. But yeah, I bit the bullet and shopped a little bit. I didn't go fully crazy. I did shop a little bit. I purchased a few things from Aritzia that I could show them to you guys. I'm trying to decide as I'm spitballing here if I should show it to you guys now or do a separate video with what I purchased. And as I say that, I think we will do a separate video, because that way I can wait till everything gets here and then I'll do a full Aritzia haul video, because all the items just aren't here yet. But I've been shopping with Aritzia. That's where money's been going. They were having a 20% off sale right now, and I didn't know about it, thankfully. But then I ended up on their website for some strange reason. I don't know why I went to their website. I really don't know why, but I did. Then I saw 20% off and I was like, darn it, Wemi, Why? And I've purchased some items from them. So that's what I've been shopping, some clothes from Aritzia. Next up is what I've been watching. So I have been watching Younger. I watched Younger when it first came out many moons ago now, it feels like. I think it came out like 5 years ago or 4 years ago, but a long time ago. I watched when it first came out. I loved the show. And I completely just, for some reason, I don't know how, but I forgot about it entirely. I think it must have been one of its break between seasons. I just forgot about the show completely. Well, popped back on my radar over the last week, and I said, you know what, let me go finish watching this show, let me catch up. And luckily Amazon Prime has it on their videos, on Prime Videos, so I decided to head over there, and I watched season, I think 4, 5, and 6 of Younger. That's what I've been watching. Love that show. I really enjoy that show. I'll tell you guys a funny story. When I first found out about the show Younger, when I first started watching it, it was right after this really weird show. What was it called? I don't remember what it was called. I think it had Kevin Bacon in it, I think is who was in it. It was like a cult, a weird cult that turned murderous and scary. Do you guys know what show I'm talking about? I'm gonna look it up as I'm talking to you right now. I think it was Kevin Bacon. And that show freaked me right out of my pants, y'all. Let's type in Kevin Bacon. I think it was Kevin Bacon's show. Yeah, it was totally him. The Following. 2013 to 2015. Yep. So I was watching The Following. This was probably back in 2014 that I watched The Following, because it was before I was pregnant with Eliel. And I remember watching that show, and I want to tell you guys, it messed with my mind. It messed with my mind. I had to stop because I couldn't sleep. I was having nightmares, but it was so hard for me to stop because I enjoyed it. But I just don't do well with horror and things. I just don't do well with things like that, and I know that about myself, so usually I don't watch things like that in the first place. But The Following, at first it seemed quite like it would be very gentle and easy on the soul and the mind. It wasn't, okay? I think I watched the full first season. I might have even started the second when I finally said, Wemi, you gotta stop. You can't do this to yourself anymore. And I had to stop watching it. So that segue back to what we're talking about. The reason why I was watching that show, and the main guy, Josh from Younger, Josh was in The Following, and he was a real messed up character in The Following. So I watched The Following, he was on there. And then Younger came out around the same time that I stopped watching Following. And I started watching Younger, and he was on the show, and I could not look at him the same way. That might have been why I stopped watching it. I just could not look at him like a normal person, because all I kept seeing was the freaky messed up dude from The Following. And I just couldn't do it. I could not get with Josh. Thankfully, 4 or 5 years later, I completely forgot about The Following. I don't know what it was about anymore. All I know is that it was a cult situation, and it was scary. That's all I remember about the show. Praise Jesus for cleansing me. So now I can look at Josh like a normal person. I can actually enjoy Josh's character. So I've been enjoying that show. And y'all, can we just pause for a second? Hilary Duff, okay? I did not know old girl had a nice old booty on her. Yes, I said it. I did not know that. I was watching the show, and I was just like, anybody else see Hilary's bum? In her little pantsuits and stuff, she looks fabulous in that show. I was like, all right, Hilary, you done grown up on us now. Which is crazy that she's younger than me. Like, that is crazy. But I love her on that show. I've come to really like Josh, Liza, hater, lover. Sometimes I hate her, sometimes I love her. It really depends on the day. But that's the show that I've been watching, Younger. I've finally caught up to all 6 seasons that are out. I think the 7th one might be out, but it's not on Amazon yet. But I'm all caught up to the 6th season, and I have enjoyed it so far. And I'm trying to figure out what show to watch next. I might stick with Amazon Prime, because they have a lot of old shows on there that I was like, ooh, I would love to rewatch this show and that show. I think one of them was like, what was one of the shows? I'm gonna share it with you guys, since that's what this is all about, me sharing, so I might as well share. Let's pull up my Prime Video account here, and I'll tell you guys what I have on my roster, and I'll choose one to watch next now that I'm done Younger. Kevin Can Wait was one that I was considering. Ooh. Excuse me. You know what I might watch, guys? Yeah. So I think I'm going to rewatch Downton Abbey. I love Downton Abbey. When I tell you I love Downton Abbey, I love Downton Abbey. So I might rewatch Downton Abbey and Dawson's Creek, because I don't recall a single thing about Dawson's Creek. Not sure if I ever watched a full episode of Dawson's Creek when I was younger. I remember it being on. I remember kind of watching in passing. Like, you know, back then you're flipping the TV, you just stop on a channel that's already halfway through the show. I remember that about Dawson's Creek, and that's all I remember about Dawson's Creek. So I'm considering rewatching that show. I guess watching, since I haven't really seen it. Watching that show to see if I haven't liked it at all. So I might watch Dawson's Creek. But anyways, that's what I'm currently watching, is younger. Next is what we are currently listening to. Honestly, Waymaker, still a huge hit around here. Still a huge hit. Elia literally sang it all day today. We had to go drop off orders at my shipping company for my business, and the entire drive he's like, "Mom, play Waymaker." So we heard Waymaker the whole time. So it is still a pretty huge hit in our home. But I would say runner-up, kind of slowly coming up behind it right now, is Oceans Where Feet May Fail by Hillsong United. He's enjoying that song. Elia's enjoying that song. I'm enjoying that song. But I'd probably say for me, what I'm enjoying the most right now is probably Refiner. I can't speak. Probably Refiner's Fire. I am really enjoying that song right now. It's by Refiner's Fire is by Brian Dorkson. I don't know, but I am really enjoying that song right now, so that's what I'm currently listening to. So we've covered watching. Oh, reading. That's what we're missing. Reading. So what am I currently reading? I finished Boundaries probably on Sunday or something, and I started The Orphan's Tale. So let me start by recapping Boundaries for you guys. It was a long book. Towards the end, I'm not gonna lie, doing a lot of skimming, because I was like, okay, I get the point. You're just repeating yourself over and over and over and over and over again. I get it. I took some notes, because when it comes to books like that I actually want to apply to my life, I like to take down notes so that it's easy for me to reflect back, find the points that I need to work on, and without having to go through the whole book again. So I did take some notes from it, and it was a good book. It was just really long for what it was. It did not need to be that long at all. That's my one criticism of the book, was just it was way too long. Good content, way too long. So currently I am reading The Orphan's Tale by Pam Jenoff. I just started it, so I can't give you guys a whole lot. Currently I can say there's 2 tales kind of happening. I'm sure at some point they'll probably intersect, but currently there are 2 separate stories happening in the book. So you know what, guys, I'll give you guys something you'll learn from today's Fab Five Fridays. When you're reading books, pay attention to the chapter titles. Very important. This is the second book now that's gonna get me on that. I don't pay attention to chapter titles. I literally don't even read them. And you should. There's a reason why they're there. So this book, like I said, it's 2 separate characters currently telling their stories. Again, took me 4 chapters to figure that out because I was not reading chapter titles. So read chapter titles, they do help, because in this book, so when I got to the 4th chapter, I was like, oh, we're back. This is the story that we left off 2 chapters ago. Oh, okay, I get it now. Then I went back and looked at the chapters, and I saw that they were actual titles of the person's name that was essentially narrating. I'm like, oh yeah, chapter 1 had a different name, chapter 2 had a different name. Doink. So yeah, read chapter titles. That's my current book right now, The Orphan's Tale. I am truly enjoying it. It's historical fiction. I love historical fiction right now. It's my jam. It's based on, again, World War II. Also love World War II. Well, I don't love the war. I like this. I don't know how to explain that without sounding morbid. I'm like, I love the stories that came out of it, but no, because the stories are tragic. So I don't have an excuse. I am enjoying reading historical fiction from World War II. So that's all I have to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little like chit chat session we have here. I appreciate your time, and feel free to subscribe, hit the comment section, let me know what your thoughts are, share with me some of your Fab Five for the past week, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.